my God of ancestors, God of creator, when will I get my own child? Said Onyemauwa. In the land of Folklore, there live a young couple named Nwaka and Onyemauwa. They live in the land of Folklore. Onyemauwa married at a very young age. She was disvirgined by her own beloved husband, a decent young beautiful woman, while Nwaka was the only child of his parents. He was asked by his parents to marry at a very tender age. After 10 years of their marriage, people began to ask questions. Gossip was filled by the air. They were the talk of the town. Some people said that they cannot have their own children, while some said that they were cursed. Onyemauwa was filled with pains and agony. She was only consoled by her beloved husband Nwaka. All her friends rejected her, saying that she was the cause of their predicaments. For years, Onyemauwa had longed to be a mother. She watched as her friends and neighbors filled their homes with laughter and joy, cradling their babies in their arms, while she was faced the pain of emptiness. Onyemauwa had gone to so many prayer houses. She had done many sacrifices in order to get child of her own, but all to no avail. Despite her many efforts, visiting healers, consulting wise women, and trying every remedy imaginable, nothing seems to work. One day, Onyemauwa was coming back from market with her basket of foodstuff on her head. She met her husband's cousin named Yibo. Onyemauwa greeted her as a sister to her husband. "Good afternoon, sister," said Onyemauwa. Immediately, Yibo started raining insults on her. "Onyemauwa, I have warned you so many times to stop greeting me. Anywhere you see me, you are winch. You refuse to give my brother a child. How could you be so wicked and evil? You belong to witchcraft coven, and you have deposited all my brother's children in your witchcraft kingdom." Onyemauwa was shocked and started crying and shedding tears. Immediately, Yibo left, soliloquizing and cursing Onyemauwa. That day, it was a very bad day for Onyemauwa. She got home and was heartbroken. She said to herself, "My hands are clean, and I have never killed anybody or conspired against anybody. Why would gods of our land forsaken me?" From that day henceforth, Onyemauwa advised herself that she would be ready to do anything to get her own child, even if it's one. 1 week later, Onyemauwa went to the market to buy vegetable. As she was pricing vegetable, she overheard a man telling people about a native doctor named Ohia, who lived deep in the heart of the forest. Ohia was said to possess an ancient knowledge and powers that could help those who were in desperate need of a child. Immediately, Onyemauwa overheard this. She approached the man immediately. She begged the man to help her after narrating her ordeal and predicaments. The man gave her direction on how she would meet the native doctor Ohia. In the evening, when Onyemauwa was eating in front of their house, she was filled with happiness. She refused to tell her husband Nwaka because she wouldn't like anybody to stop her. The next day, with hope rekindled, Onyemauwa set out on a journey to find Ohia. The journey was long, difficult, filled with dangerous paths and ghostly sound of the forest. When she finally found Ohia's dwelling, an unassuming hut, surrounded by vibrant herbs and strange symbols, she approached him with both fear and hope. She narrated her stories of childlessness to Ohia, and Ohia listened carefully as she shared her plight. After a moment of contemplation, he agreed to help her, but warned her that the forces he would invoke were powerful and could have unforeseen consequences. With a mixture of desperation and faith, Onyemauwa agreed. Ohia told her that he would give her substance to drink and keep some in a hidden place, in case after giving birth that she would take last one for the second child. but on no account should she allow her child to see it when she gets pregnant. Onyemauwa agreed and promised to hide it. Oya continues to say that if the child see it, the spirit of the substance would enter inside her body and possess her. Then she would take your life as your mother. Oya performed a secret ritual, calling upon the spirit of the land. As the sun set and the moon rose, he chanted ancient incantation, and a pointed portion was given to Onyemauwa to drink, and the remaining to be taken home and kept for the next pregnancy. She returned home, and within weeks, she discovered she was pregnant. Onyemauwa and her husband was so happy and excited. Months passed, and with each passing day, Onyemauwa's joy grew, filling her home with a light that had been absent for so long. Finally, she gave birth to a bouncing baby girl, who she named after her mother, Uzodimma. The villagers celebrated, and Onyemauwa felt like the happiest woman alive. Uzodimma was embodiment of dreams and hopes, and Onyemauwa dedicated her life in nurturing and protecting her. As Uzodimma grew, she was a curious child, often wandering into forests, drawn to its mysteries. Uzodimma grew to be a beautiful young woman, looking charming, a very intelligent young lady. Nwaka and Onyemauwa was so happy to have a child of their own. Onyemauwa felt so fulfilled. One fateful evening, Onyemauwa was trying to plan on how to become second pregnant, but not knowing what the future held for her. That evening, she went to market to get some food items. As she left, Uzodimma was preparing to go and get firewood inside the forest. She came back before her mother from the forest. She went to fetch firewood. As she came back, she was looking so exhausted. She met no one at home. She decided to get axe from her mother's kitchen store to break firewood. As she was looking for the axe, she saw a local calabash filled with black liquid substance. Immediately, she approached and opened it. A smoke from the calabash entered inside her body. Immediately, she felt something strange in her body. She started acting strange. While Onyemauwa was rushing home to make food for her husband and daughter, she was not aware of what was going on. While her husband that left for a meeting was also not around. When Onyemauwa got home, she met Uzodimma in a strange condition. Her eyes was red, looking sad and dangerous. Immediately, she remembered what the native doctor said. Onyemauwa rushed immediately inside the kitchen store where she hid her liquid substance, and it was no longer there. And she shouted, calling Uzodimma's name, and she was shouting. Uzodimma, immediately moved by the spirit, pushed her mother Onyemauwa, stabbed her to death, and also stabbed herself. When Nwaka came back, he saw the dead body of his wife and daughter on the floor. He shouted, and people started coming out to know the reason why Nwaka was shouting and crying. And lo and behold, it was a tragic situation. Nwaka lost his family. Then after the burial of mother and daughter, Nwaka decided to know the cause of the death of his family. He embarked on the journey to meet the most powerful native doctor in the neighboring village. And he got there, he was told everything he needed to know about his wife and daughter and the reason of their death. When Nwaka got home, he was tired and decided to allow his family to rest in peace. Years later, Nwaka got married to another woman. Guys, trust you find this story interesting. What moral lesson do you learn from this story? What Onyemauwa did by hiding such evil secrets from her husband, was it a good idea? Onyemauwa going out of her way desperately to get a child without the knowledge of her husband, is it a good one? Onyemauwa seeking for a child from a native doctor, is it a nice decision? Let me see your comments in the comment section. Guys, please kindly subscribe to my channel at African Tales by Ifenkili. Like and share with family and friends. Turn on your notification button and stay tuned for more interesting and mind-blowing stories coming your way next time. Guys, remain blessed. Bye.